Hello, Bigfoot enthusiast. Scott here from Squatch America.
And Hannah, domestic goddess. It's been a long day. Domestic goddess, chief cook, and doggy mama in the paddy wagon tonight with you.
Awesome. Glad you got through that.
I had a bit of a brain fart. It's true. It's true.
That's true. Tonight we are going to be actually having you
Help us out.
make some plans. So you ready?
Yep.
Let's get into this. All righty. So hi, Michelle and David.
Good to see you and the other people who are YouTube stalking us. Thank you. Actually, yep, there are now 7 in the room. Thank you for joining us on our new night. This is, of course, hopefully going to be the night we settle on. We had to make a change in our night because I start a new position tomorrow, which will tie me up on Thursdays. So, and I was not about to look that opportunity in the mouth. So we are here with you on Wednesday night.
All right. Yeah, it's going to be our new night for
hopefully in perpetuity.
In perpetuity. So that's going to free us up for some stuff on the weekends that we want to start doing. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Some of the new stuff. So hi, Squatching Cowboy. Hi, Joe. And
Janice and Michelle and David and Carlos, Leon and
of course,
Pyro. Okay.
All right. The usual suspects. So we have been, luckily, the last few weeks, we've been in the woods every weekend.
It's been awesome. And we're going out again this weekend to a really hot spot.
Yes.
So we will be so excited. We're hopefully, our pattern is we go to a really hot spot, and if the Forest Service hasn't burned it down, which is the first thing that usually happens, the minute we get there, everything goes away. Because that's how squatching is, right? So, but I think one of the things that getting away both the last few weekends has done is we've been totally off grid for at least 24 hours. And when we unplug, our creativity goes into overdrive.
It does. So we've got a show dropping on Friday from one of our weekends, and then we'll hopefully be doing that every Friday. We'll be dropping a show about our weekend.
The Footprint Friday.
Yeah. Yep. So we're getting ahead. So
on that. And as far as the Terrific Tuesday videos, those will drop when we do something fun.
Yep.
So can't promise those every week, but anyway, hopefully something every Friday and then the Wednesday lives.
All right. So what we want to talk about today is something really cool we've been working on, and actually it was one of our camping trips, and thank you, Janice, who's in the chat, actually went squatching with us, and we got to sit down with her and talk over some ideas.
So we're going to go back to Bigfoot University tonight.
Yeah, we are. So
do you have my Bigfoot U graphic up there?
I don't. I'm a horrible person.
You're so slacking.
So we want to talk about you guys squatching with us. And we talked about this before. Plus, it's also when we take the vets out for our Fallen Outdoors Bigfoot adventures with veterans that we do. Of course, those are all completely free to the veterans, thanks to you guys and our Patreons. And
to the Fallen Outdoors.
And to the Fallen Outdoors people. Yep. But what we talked about with Janice was...
do we dare use names and labels and...
No. So
identifying factors?
No, but we had talked about doing a Bigfoot University.
And a lot of you have been part of the planning of that.
Yeah. And we talked about, maybe doing some online classes and stuff. And then it dawned on us on our Bigfooting weekend. And I'll tell you something about this weekend, a little spoiler alert. We went and checked out a tree structure. Awesome. But it was Labor Day weekend.
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day weekend. and we were great Thursday night. Friday night it started. Saturday,
Let's get the party started.
yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, we were in a place where I didn't know was bombarded by human beings. So
if there were Squatches there, they were
long
gone by
gone.
Saturday night.
Yeah, they had hit the high road. So anyway, so
there were lots of grouse though.
Yeah, there was. And what we were talking about is taking you guys with us when we're traveling around and setting up some time.
Let me repeat. Janice was with us.
Mhm.
We were squatching with a Squatch American.
Yep. Yep.
So anyway, and that is, I think, our number one priority is to squatch with Squatch Americans.
And how do you be a Squatch American? You're already there.
Yeah. It does help if you click join this channel. That helps us.
Yeah, and subscribe to this channel, or you go to our website and sign up for our emails, or you join the Facebook page.
And join Patreon, all those things.
All the things. So
honestly, you're $1.99 to join our channel here, to formally join, or you're $5 a month to join Patreon, really does help. There are times where those monies have put diesel in the truck to get to the next squatching spot, or they've helped us take people out. So anyway, so
Pyro asked a question. Are most the vets cool with Giant Harry possible intimidating them, or are they ready to poke holes in something? Well,
where's that meme?
Yeah. Well, most veterans are, like myself included, being an Army infantry vet, our job was to go shoot holes in things and break other people's stuff. But these vets here, they're in it for the camping and the adventure,
and the peace and quiet.
And the peace and quiet. Yeah. And another thing is, it's when you get a group of vets, just especially combat vets together, and you're sitting around a campfire, even if we're squatching or just sitting talking, you're talking to people that actually understand you, that know what you're talking about. We speak the lingo, and it's just almost,
you don't even have to speak.
Yeah. So yeah, the vets are really cool in the woods. I mean, they know what's going on. So no, they're not ready to poke holes in things. They're there to have some camaraderie, if I can say the word right, with people who know who they are, like-minded people.
So let's get back to our camping squatching trip with Janice.
Okay, so we're
set the scene. We're sitting around the campfire.
Yeah, there we are. Sun going down. We're sitting around the campfire waiting for it to get dark, and then go get the crap scared out of us when we walk into the woods in the dark and we jump an elk. If anybody's ever jumped an elk, when you get close to it and it jumps up, they thump the ground like you would not believe. They jump up and they stomp the ground and they run off into the woods.
Did you pee yourself?
No. Maybe a little. I don't know. Yeah. Jenna says, oh my God, that was so scary. Yeah.
So we're sitting there around the campfire. We went out squatching Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then we came back in the afternoon. I can't remember the days. Then we came back, and the afternoon we were just kind of waiting for the sun to go down. So we just spent the whole afternoon around the campfire, just jawing and chatting and slugging coffee and shooting the breeze. And that's where the creativity started to roll.
Yep.
So,
and we got a question here real quick.
PC Tech, welcome. You guys ever use a dog to alert on night visits?
Yes, we do have a dog we keep with us.
She alerts to a lot.
Yeah, she does. And but so what we were talking about is before we've talked with you guys about setting up like Bigfoot University, we were talking about maybe doing an online classes or whatever to talk about squatching. And when we were talking with Janice and sitting around the campfire this weekend, it dawned on us that
we were ignoring the biggest elephant in the room.
Yes.
Do you want me to verbalize it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay. We could do online Bigfooting classes, like how to make a cast, and give you downloadable lists on what to take into the woods with you, and record a crap ton of videos, which we will do anyway. But here's the elephant in the room. Why not make Bigfoot University a hands-on expedition experience, where for the money you would pay for an online class, you are going out into the woods such as you would do on an expedition with a nationally known Bigfoot research organization. Oops.
That charges you a lot of money to go camping.
To do this, but instead of just going on an expedition and getting a patch saying, hey, I was there, you actually get content.
Exactly.
Three nights, 4 days of content, of hands-on education, experience. And when you leave, you have something tangible to go with it. No, not Harry in the back seat of your station wagon, but something like you've actually had an experience where you come away more knowledgeable and more educated and more experienced than you were when you got there.
Right. So, I want to share my 25 some odd years of squatching. And, before that, when I was in the military, I was in the infantry in the Army, and I had a chance to go to, it's called the SEER School, which basically is survival, teaching you wilderness survival. So, you walk into the woods with nothing, and you learn how to survive, basically. So we want to share some of that. I want to share that knowledge with you. So if you're in camp, when we're in camping or in the woods mode, I can tell you how to not get lost, or if you do get lost, how to get yourself found, stuff like that.
So what we want to do tonight is we really want to create a Bigfoot University weekend for you and get your feedback, get your suggestions, get your ideas. And we actually have a deadline for the beta test.
Yeah.
Which will be August 11th.
Yep.
And what is significant about August 11th? Actually, it'll be August 12th.
Yeah, as we're doing a Bigfoot festival in Baker City, Oregon, which we're going to be doing drawings for people.
We are going to be selling raffle tickets for this beta test.
Right.
To go out on expedition with us.
Yeah. So there's that.
So anyway, got just a few minutes to get this all sorted out.
Right. So I'm glad we got Pyromedic and Joe. Uncle Bones and Joe and Janice and all the Michelle and all you guys. I'm glad you're in the chat that has been with us for a long time. So you guys can help create this course tonight. Yeah. And also, if you're watching this later on, please put your stuff in the chat.
Yeah, put your ideas, your recommendations, your suggestions in the chat. We read everything and we pretty much respond to everything, unless you say something totally rude and then we just delete you. All right, so
get ready to comment. I'm going to flip to this slide here, and then I got to get Hannah set up, and there we go.
So day one, I don't like how you have me set up here. Day one starts at 6 o'clock p.m.
So day one, we're going to do, now it doesn't necessarily mean it's a Thursday or a Friday or whatever we worked out. We're
ideally it's a Thursday night.
But
actually, let me pop that in there.
So ideally. So what we want to do is we
That's
want to
because
have
some of us work Monday through
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we want to have that day for people to show up, set up your tents because you will be camping, and we're going to do like an evening around the campfire, and we're going to provide the food for the first night. We decided.
Dinner on Squatch America because y'all know I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
Squatcher poppers, anyone?
So anyway,
What do you think, Joe? Should I serve Squatcher poppers?
yep. So hi Renee and hi Donna.
And we could have this like introductions, mutual introductions, town hall, share your experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So how's that sound for just night one?
Night one.
Any suggestions? Yes.
Yes on the Squatcher popper.
Yeah.
How about the entire night? How does day one? Because
we're not going to be fancy cooking in the woods either. So day one dinner is probably going to be like chili, stew,
Squatcher poppers,
jambalaya.
No, that takes shrimp.
So
anyway,
gosh, are you denying my Cajunness? Okay. Brisket.
We're gonna have to bring our camper for me to cook all this crap.
No, Joe says brisket.
Yep.
Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Michelle's thumbs up.
All right.
Okay.
So let's get to and then click back there where I go. And then bed down.
Yep.
Bed down.
For the night.
All right.
Okay. So my thoughts on day 2. I need to click to day 2. Here we go. You know, you guys we are actually planning this right now with you live.
So day 2. Now we know that is okay. So day 2, I don't know about any of you, but generally if I'm camping, mornings are kind of slow. It's like, you kind of ease in. So day 2 probably won't get rolling. Basically breakfast is on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast on your own. So you'll bring your own breakfast, but coffee, camper coffee, cowboy coffee. Coffee on Squatch America.
Because if you can't chew the grounds at the bottom of the cup, it's not coffee.
Yeah, and believe me, I was chewing some grounds last week. Holy cow. Yeah. Cowboy coffee on Squatch America. But then around what, like 10 a.m.?
Mm-hmm.
10 a.m.?
Yep.
Bushcraft.
Well,
what did you want to do then? I thought that was the survival parts.
Well, this is day 2.
This is day 2.
Donna says yoga with Daisy May. That's
yoga
possible.
on the Lido deck.
Yeah.
With Sassy Squatch.
Yeah. Oh, and Renee says she's in Idaho. What are you doing there?
Woo.
Okay. So, no, what I thought we could do in the morning is like do the first day is we want to go out. What I usually like to do is just for fun. We'll go out and in the morning and look for footprints, but we're doing something else at the same time. What we'll be doing was we're going to do a little squatching. We're looking for whatever evidence we can find while we're out hiking, but we're also reconning our night investigation area. So when you go out at night, you've already got the lay of the land sort of in your. I know it looks different at night when you get out there, but you kind of know where you're at and what's going on, so we don't get people lost.
All right. So
then we get back to the camp probably around 1-ish.
Yeah, 1 p.m.
Lunch on your own.
Lunch on your own, and then after that, is that when you're going to do some education?
Yep. What we think of one of the number one questions we get is how to cast prints, and so what I thought we could do is we'll bring out enough stuff, and there's a way of doing it where you can take like just little square boxes, which I can find, you know, little bins or whatever, and we fill them with sand, and we put a footprint in them, which is kind of cool. I had this idea where I've got a copy of the patty cast. What's that?
Blah blah
Blah
blah.
blah. Where I think
You're getting enamored with your own words again.
no, I'm not. So I got a copy of the patty cast. We'll just make a footprint in sand, and then everybody can pour their own copy of it and just follow along.
Were we going to include how to create your kit? You know, like your squatching kit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a separate time?
That's a separate time.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we'll teach you how to cast, and then you get to go home with your own
footprint, fan print.
Yeah, old sand,
whatever.
Crappy copy of the patty print.
Oh,
which I think Donna has one that I did.
Oh,
yeah.
Learn to cast with Patty. You know, be careful because I'm thinking. Just because I said learn to cast, we might get a lot of viewers on this.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So anyway, so we're going to
learn to cast with Patty. How about that? All right. And then dinner's on your own. Okay. So that would be what, 6 o'clock? Or
that'll probably take about an hour to do that.
And then, you know, chillax or what's happening after that?
Let's say about 3 o'clock, we can do the, how to put your evidence kit together.
Okay.
Any ideas out there?
So we got 2 workshops that day. Learn to cast with Patty and building your evidence kit. And then
oh wait, Pyromedic said a good thing would be identifying seasonal food sources and mapping review of the area. That's not a bad idea either, and that would be good to do on the first day also.
So up here, like somewhere up here, click up there.
So
that's the seasonal food sources would probably be part of the morning hike. So, and then mapping.
Yes. Okay. Actually, before we go out on the morning thing, I could do a little quick map recon of the area, and I can just take the map and maybe get a blow up printout of it and talk about the area where we're going to be and talk about land nav too. That'd be fine.
So land nav.
I actually won an award once in the military for land nav.
Can you make this smaller?
Yeah, we can.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
I don't use PowerPoint anymore.
So we cover that up and we go. Whoop.
48 is fine. Or 40. Go. Yeah, 44 is good.
Okay.
All right. So what happens? And then dinner's on your own. And then at dark.
Yeah.
Dark time. Better yet. At dark 30.
Yeah.
Dark 30. Night squatching. Okay.
Okay, so we've got Michelle said we forgot nap time. That would be under the dinner on your own thing. Donna said,
I don't know how the ticks.
Okay.
Do you know what? We've discovered, speaking of ticks, this guy here is a bug magnet, as is Daisy. And on this particular trip, I tried an insect repellent that's new to us, and the stuff works. It even worked on the dog. Private message me on Facebook if you want to know how to get your hands on it. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. So Donna said, or I meant Squatching Cowboy said, flea and tick collars around your ankles. I have heard of that.
Yep. The ticks really weren't bad. I mean, the bugs weren't too well. They were
depending on where we're at and what time of year.
Yeah.
So there's that too, because this is going to be year-round kind of thing. So, and then we go out for the night investigation.
I guess I should call it an investigation, shouldn't I?
Mhm. But
Or does it matter?
mhm.
So night squatching. And then after that,
Sleep until
the next day.
the next day.
Okay, let's go to day 3. Well, first, what time is it? Oh my gosh, we need to make some announcements.
Oh, we got to do the thing.
Yes, we do.
So, what thing are we doing?
Do our commercial.
Okay, time for a commercial break.
As we travel and search for Bigfoot, we use a lot of equipment that uses the internet to operate. Also, in our town hall meetings and live streams, we need a reliable connection. We use Nomad Internet. There's a link and discount code below, so join us and have internet access on the go.
Okay, just a little quick update. I'm just going to say what we're doing next just for fun. We are going to be June 10th at the train in Elgin, Oregon. Get your tickets. The link is in our link tree below. And
Link tree?
yeah, the link tree link. There's a link that you click. It has all our stuff on it.
Okay.
And then after that, we are headed to June 17th and 18th to Medellin Falls, Washington. There's an R in that. And we're going to be at the Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival
with lots of other people.
And then just keep it in the back of your mind. We are going to have our own August 11th and 12th. 11th is going to be a VIP dinner, and the 12th is going to be an all-day festival in the park
in Baker City,
Oregon. It'll be myself, Michael Freeman, and Todd Neese, and a mystery famous squatcher that we're not going to talk about. You got to come to see it.
And let me just say, Baker City is a town of 10,000 people with hotels to reflect such. So if you're planning on coming, you want to get your hotel reservations early, and the RV parks fill up fast. So if you're planning on coming, make arrangements now.
All right, so I'm back in the chat and I can see would you call blast?
We don't do that.
And Pyro said no calls. So we do not do call blasting.
Sometimes I whoop just because it's my signature.
Yeah, but that's never worked in the history of squatching that I know of. But there is some sound stuff we do. Occasionally, which ends up like doo-doo. But anyway, no, we've had a little luck tree knocking once in a while, but we usually end up knocking back if we hear it first. Another thing we do is we will play human babies crying, and that does cause a ruckus in the woods occasionally. But other than just flat out just whooping in the woods, we don't do that.
Okay, so let's get back to day 3. Okay, so day 3, would you give me a cursor so I can type?
Okay. Well, I got to get it up here for loop. Day 3.
Okay, so day 3, once again, breakfast is on your own, but cowboy coffee on Squatchamerica.
Yep.
Right, this is driving me nuts.
What?
Especially because it's so big.
Oh, here.
Here, make the whole thing 44.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I expect so much of you.
I know.
44 is fine. Okay. All right. So, what is your morning going to be?
So that's when we can also go into some other stuff. We'll have the morning class, and it's I missed something up here. What were we talking about? Oh, we already talked about land nav, but what I probably would talk about is like you guys give me some ideas.
Being savvy in the woods.
But I'm thinking like wilderness survival, some basic wilderness survival, basic bushcraft. Oh my gosh, and words aren't working for me tonight.
Survival, bushcraft. How not to be an idiot. No, I won't put that in there.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, survival. Oh, well, how to be found in the woods when you're lost, if you're lost. Um,
Sir, being lost.
hmm And what to do when you're kidnapped by Bigfoot.
Oh, oh,
You feed them snuff. Anybody who's up in their Bigfoot lore will know exactly what I'm talking about.
wild animal encounters.
hmm
Okay.
And Highlock Beard. Okay,
See, Squatching Cowboy says that should be first.
that should be first.
That's what I said. Thank you, Joe.
Well, Joe, maybe we can flip that. We can do the casting stuff the second day and do the wilderness survival the first day. That's probably not a bad idea.
Makes a better. That's what I said. I said that. So anyway, maybe day one or maybe day two. Okay, and then lunch on your own, and then the afternoon hike.
Or we could do footprint and scat recognition. That's kind of
could that be up, or would that be in the afternoon?
Like we could do that. Janice
In the afternoon.
Yeah.
So, and then workshop. So basic track and scat identification.
And we talked about equipment, right?
No.
Yet.
No.
We should talk. Well, see, I could add that into that. We could do evidence collection and what you need to take with you for that to go along with the scat and identification.
Evidence collection and
these two things go together.
Well, and and we're just kind of getting it down here, so you know all of these things can be cut and pasted elsewhere and flip flopped around so that it all makes sense later on. Evidence collection and equipment. Are you going to go on a hike, or are you just going to do a night investigation again?
You tell us. Would you like to go out during the day twice out of a 3-day thing?
Okay, this is for
what?
This is for Joe. Not to be
an idiot. Okay. All right. Thanks, Joe.
I would personally benefit from creative in the woods defecation equipment.
Yeah.
For those whose knees have stopped doing that. Bending like that. Okay. So after this, so we're on day 3. Day 4 is breakfast and you go home. So what else should we do on day 3? This is kind of, I mean, I am always game for sitting around a campfire and just jawing, but there's going to be a lot of that anyway.
Yeah.
So
we're doing that the first night, and I think we should go out again the second night, and then on day 4 we could.
But that's not just
okay.
Daily treks to look for signs they may have come to check you out.
Exactly.
I was thinking that maybe you could go out after this workshop.
Yeah.
Because this is a long afternoon.
Right.
So afternoon investigation. I've run out of space again.
Okay, and then we go into the night.
Hold on.
Joseph.
Karaoke.
That's good. Sing along.
When I'm calling you, will you answer too? I'll break out my accordion.
There you go.
And then dinner.
Don't make Hannah break out her accordion. Yep.
Dinner on your own. Need some fishing in there just to bait them.
It's not a bad idea.
You know, yeah, you could actually, the afternoon could be kind of choose your own adventure. If there's a fishing spot, if you want to go back out, it could be, maybe we should put that in there. Go afternoon investigation. What is that?
I don't know. There you go.
It's that stupid auto predictive text thing. or choose your own adventure. There could be a variety of things depending on how many leaders we have there. Dinner on your own, and then campfire until.
Well, actually, Northwest Sasquatch Studies and Research says, I think so, to go out at night more than once. That's probably not a bad idea.
So, and would you put my cursor? Campfire until dark.
Yeah, and then
at dark 30, we have
night of investigation number 2.
Investigation number 2. Scavenger hunt. I am not going out there early, although it would be fun to do a natural scavenger hunt. And a scavenger hunt could be like throughout the whole thing. We could, like if you find this kind of plant or this, that could be fun. That's a great idea, Donna. I don't know where we put that. We'll put that somewhere in the notes after day 4.
Okay, so
polka time with Scott and Hannah.
Yeah, and Northwest Sasquatch Studies and Research.
Ben, nice to see you.
He says, is there a lot of activity in that area? Now, here's the deal. We're talking about not doing one area. I mean,
we'll get to that.
We're going to be traveling around, but we want to do these like all over the country. When it comes to the Pacific Northwest, in Idaho, Washington, and Oregon, where we do those, I know the east side of Oregon and the west side of Oregon, I know hot spots there. East side of Washington, west side of Washington, I know hot spots there. I know hot spots in Idaho, but then we'll talk with like some of you guys who are from different places, like Joe. He can point out some hot spots in Texas that we can go to, and then incorporate Joe in the mix when we're down there. And so we're talking about squatching with you guys. So
and that's the whole point of Squatch America, was to get out and squatch all throughout America, and to help you guys find your own piece of the puzzle and teach everybody, how every interested citizen scientist, I used Cliff's words, citizen scientists, how to actually do this. And that means, yes, Donna, we want to come to Vermont.
Yeah, I know hotspots in Maine. I know hotspots in Vermont. Because we do get reports and stuff all the time. And I do put pins in maps a lot. So I know.
Let's yes, it is Wednesday. I've got a lot of work to do tonight because Wednesday's a heavy work day for me, and so I've got to go back to work after this. But welcome, Scott. You'll just have to catch it on replay. So let's go to day 4.
Day 4. So day 4 of the Squatching with Squatch America trip.
The Bigfoot University.
Bigfoot University weekend. I don't know what we're calling it yet, but it sounds.
I like it.
One of those things.
I like Bigfoot University primarily because of what comes. Okay, so day 4.
Hold on. We're not.
Oh.
Don't move. There we go.
Now all right. Go. So now day 4, we came in on a Thursday. This is now Sunday morning. Sunday. And breakfast and cowboy coffee on Squatch America.
Yeah. We'll actually do the breakfast on the last day too.
Yeah. So you're getting 2 meals. Part of your investment is 2 meals.
Breakfast jambalaya. No, just kidding.
All right. So I think day 4, we want to be out, depending on where people are coming from. We want to kind of wrap things up on day 4. So here are my plans for day 4. Distribute commemorative t-shirts. Commemorative t-shirts.
Not patches?
No.
Okay.
Patches are dumb.
Yeah.
Take group picture. Picture and graduate. Because you're gonna leave certified by Squatch America as having pass through Bigfoot University.
So there is a test.
Your test is like surviving the weekend, right?
Yeah, yeah.
LOL. But
Yeah, surviving 4 days in the woods with me.
yeah, and and this is where you get to sign each other's yearbooks and exchange email addresses and all those things, right? Anyway, and then you go home. Go home and take a shower. Take a well-earned shower.
Scott asks, will this count as
CEUs? I don't know. It depends on what discipline.
Yeah.
So, actually, one of our ideas is that this could be retooled as outdoor school for like fourth graders all going outdoor school. This would be a great outdoor school weekend. It would work great for scouting groups, that sort of thing. So, because we could easily do this from a Boy Scout camp. Anyway, so that's our idea for Bigfoot University, an actual 3-night Bigfooting expedition with Squatchamerica. And a very famous nationwide Bigfoot research organization apparently charges a lot of money for this. And
they don't do any of the education part.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So this is something that will be an investment for people, but I think it'll be a lot of fun, and it'll be well worth. I think it would be more well worth a financial investment than getting an online course. So what are your thoughts about that? What else could we do on day 4? We could sing. No, you don't want any. No accordion on a Sunday morning.
No. So we could do sunrise church on Sunday morning. Watch the sunrise.
Yoga on the Lido deck with Sassy, Squatch, and Daisy. Daisy does join me for yoga a lot.
Yeah. So did our chat quit or what?
They all got quiet.
I know. So
Janice, I have a question for Janice specifically. Is this more than you got with the expedition you went on?
Okay, Donna says hands-on researching, fantastic idea.
Ben likes it.
Ben likes it. Thank you, Ben. And okay, so yeah, so we're thinking about putting together.
We're not thinking about it. We are putting.
We are doing this. Yeah.
Maybe you could call a famous. Pyro says maybe you could call a famous researcher. That the group decides on to take questions or share a story with the group sometimes. I think rather than the group deciding on it, because by the time the group gets together, we're already out there.
Yeah.
So maybe if
we're in certain areas, let's put it that way.
For instance, if we were in the Mount Hood area, you know very well that Todd would be right there.
Yeah, Todd Neese would be right there. If we're in the Olympics, Shane would be happy to jump in with us for a night or something. That's not a bad idea.
If we're in Texas, you got Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so the point is that we're collaborating with researchers around the country.
Yeah, because we know a lot of them in the areas, different areas, and maybe people that you may not know the names of that we do know, that
or vice versa.
That are
we would want
what's
to
the word?
We would
What's
want
the word
to
I'm looking
collaborate with local experts.
Yeah, local guys. There's a lot of people in different areas that we do know that maybe not the mainstream researchers, but actually adamant researchers, people who are spending a lot of time doing this. And we know a lot of those in different areas. I know a guy in Yakima. I know, and no, it's not Bob Gimlin, but I know another guy in Yakima, that are prominent researchers that may not be famous researchers. So let's put it that way. That sounds good.
Lockbeard, I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand that symbol. That is a weird symbol
Yeah, what's that mean? Check a box
on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Credible local researchers. Yes.
Yes, credible local researchers. That's
Thank
a
you,
good way to
Bones.
put it. Thank you. Because I know a lot. Trust me, I know
Janice
hundreds.
said, absolutely,
literally.
this is more than she got from her expedition with a
Okay.
well-known nationwide Bigfoot research organization.
Yeah, and Joe, I'm not even going to post what you just said. No.
He'd take all the money we made off
Exactly.
Of this.
Nope.
So any other ideas? We've got 15 minutes out.
Okay, yeah. Any other thoughts on what you would want to do if you went out squatching with us for a weekend?
Oh, it was an accordion. Accordion on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, accordion on a Sunday morning. Yeah.
Could play Amazing Grace.
There we go.
Well, it draws cows. Who knows?
It does. Yeah. So, yeah, Uncle Bones is laughing at Cowboy also. Yeah. So, and of course we'll be filming the weekends too. That'll be fun. So I'll have to make everybody sign photo releases or something.
Yeah.
But we'll do that. So they can go back and look at their weekend too.
And of course, as part of this package, this investment package, you do get downloadable video footage of the weekend.
Yeah.
Footage and photos of the expedition.
Yeah. And Lockbear said the cows only come because the cows are thinking, monkey, stop fooling around and feed us. Funny. Yep. Okay. Yeah, Lockbeard said it was an accordion, that symbol.
Yes.
Yep.
So any other input about creating a really this is a substance dense, this is a content dense expedition.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just hiking together in the woods.
Right. So yeah,
because I mean, if we're charging anywhere close to what this nationally known Bigfoot research organization is charging for theirs, we want you to get something amazing from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, I can teach you land nav in 15 minutes. I'm talking land navigation with a compass and a map. Or sometimes not even needing a compass. You just map.
Or when you are missing that,
how to find your way home without
either
a staged Bigfoot attack. Yeah, that's not my wheelhouse. No. Yeah, Jenna said she's going to want to go on all of them. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, that's our plan.
And like we said, we're going to put the first one together to take place sometime like in the last week of August or first week of September this year in this area. So if it's something that you want to get in on, we will be selling raffle tickets. We don't want to take like 30 people out the first time. We really want to beta test this with a small group. So I think
I don't want to take 30 people out ever. And I'm talking if we can keep this down to like 10 at the most.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I like to do when we go out at night is instead of going out hiking through the woods with your red headlamps on, tripping over each other, is what we do is during the day investigation, we will pick spots. And what I want to do is I've found this works way better than hiking around the woods at night, is to put people in different locations and I will know where you are at, and then spread out, sit down, and be quiet. Um, that way, we can hear what's going on in the woods, and we can hear the screams of the guy who gets kidnapped by Bigfoot, and then we know where it's at.
Yes. And Flat Rock, our intention is to do this nationwide.
Yeah.
So we'll be collaborating with all of you. Thank you, Uncle Bones. Play the thing, play the thing, play the thing. Play the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Play the thing. He's lost the thing.
I lost the thing. No, it's over here. There we go. Thank you for the super.
So our intention is to take this nationwide. So we'll be collaborating with you. For instance, like if you've got a hot spot in your area that you say, hey, it would be great to do one of these expeditions here, and we start coordinating with you and other local Bigfooters to schedule and start booking tickets for the expedition, in the Bigfoot U expedition in your area, because
Right.
it will take, I mean, this will take a fair amount of coordination.
Right. So yes, Flat Rock, when we're coming your direction, we will,
I mean,
we will know way ahead of time before we get there. So we okay,
we're looking at like 6 months out, starting to plan.
Yeah.
Something like this.
So here's our plan. We're going to be kicking off the first one up here in the Pacific Northwest.
See how it works.
In Eastern Oregon, in August, and then we'll see how that works. We're going to do one in Idaho in September, and then we're going to head south. So we'll need to be working with all you lovely Southerners down there after that, because we want to do the wintertime in the south. See what we're doing? We're getting out of the snow. So we want to head down that way and maybe do Texas and the southern states, and maybe we'll get with Connor and go to Florida. That'd be fun. And then we want to work our way back up in the East Coast in the spring. So,
and Pyro, it's okay that if it doesn't cool down till November, because it will take us time to get down there.
Yeah.
We have discovered that we don't bolt well.
Yeah.
We need to meander. So it could take a while for this to really get going, but once we get, and it, it may take a few years to really get it moving, but we're going to beta test it in August and September up in this area.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll head south and be doing it, because along with this, we're going to be doing the same thing again, but we're not, we're doing it with the veterans that we do too. So if we have an area that we go to, we're going to do a camp out on a weekend with you guys, and then we'll do like the next weekend or the weekend after, if we can, set up a veterans version that we'll do for the vets that we take out.
And the veterans versions might be modified,
they'll be
depending on their abilities and that sort of thing. But anyway,
so that's what we're doing.
Yep. So
Janice said the bad part of the summer is no campfires. True story, especially up here in the Pacific Northwest. Every year somebody tries to burn down the entire forest.
Way you can do if you have it in like a container?
I think you can do propane ones sometimes, but a lot of times it's a no-go. I'll tell you what, I have a LED thing that looks like a campfire, and we'll put sticks over it, and we'll just turn it on, and it'll look like we're having a campfire.
That was the best part about our weekend with Janice, was the campfire.
Yeah.
It really was. S'mores are on your own. Bring your own marshmallows and chocolate and graham crackers.
Yeah. And jalapenos for your poppers.
Oh, I'll provide the jalapenos. I will provide the Squatcher poppers. Heck yeah. Oh, I was just thinking, you know what might be really yummy for breakfast on Sunday morning? Squatcher popper scramble. Joe, okay. Squatcher popper scramble.
And Janice said
that's what my dad did to me the first time he took me deer hunting, sat me down at the edge of a clear cut and left me.
Yep. That's my plan. Yep. I'm game when y'all get here. Flat Rock says, "Hey, we're on our way, buddy."
So we're gonna work on a price point that works for this.
Yippers. So
of course, like local people in the area that are helping us do this.
yeah, there's no price
No
point
price
for you,
point
for you.
because you're helping us put it together. So
Yeah, and Michelle said there's a propane fire rings. Yeah, I've seen those. That's what I said. I think you can use those in some cases. So that's not a problem. We've got tons of propane with us. So, and we've got the Squatchamobile all decked out finally.
are you actually done with it?
No, but it now has a shower on it, and water for the weekend, stuff like
It's
that.
our shower and outhouse.
Yeah. So there's that, and what else? Oh, and plus we will be bringing all the stuff that we have. You know, our night vision. We have thermal camera.
Yeah,
and so we'll be providing that for the night.
And actually, one of the things that the whatever the tuition for this is going to be, one of the things that it will go towards is making sure that people have the equipment they need.
Right. So we want to build up some more equipment. So if we're taking you out, we'll provide you with
the flares
and
the so because it's pretty some people don't have all that.
Okay, so now you want to know what my alternative, my ulterior motive to this is.
Ulterior. It's ulterior.
Ulterior.
Oh, with a U. Ulterior.
All right, whatever. English. Anyway, my
plan. You speak Elginese.
I do.
Elginish, not English.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I mean, I grew up in a hick town in the middle of nowhere, a little town called Elgin, Oregon, and where the men are men and the sheep are scared. That's what it is. But yeah, I grew up on a farm in a hick town, and everybody I knew rode rodeo. So that's just my life. I'm hick at heart.
Hick.
Yeah. Plus, I'm a Cajun hick, which even makes it worse. So
what's your ulterior motive?
My motive in this too is, I always thought that the bigger group, not a huge group, but a larger group that we can get into the woods and you can put people out at night. It's time on target, basically, is what I'm thinking. If we got more people, that's more man hours in the woods. That's a better chance of documenting stuff. You got more eyes, more ears. It would spread out over a larger area at night to do investigations. So basically, we are
more boots on the ground.
More boots on the ground. So, and there's a better chance. I think the more people, the more chance of seeing something.
Okay, well, that's what we've got for you tonight. Thanks so much for being part of our planning. And Joe Squatching Cowboy says that he is going to be in the Media Palace in half an hour. So
come join us.
You will go join him. I will be cooking dinner and getting back to work.
Okay.
Oh, what a day it's been. Well, I woke up at 4:23 this morning because of a stupid bird. Decided to wake up.
So thank you guys for all the great suggestions tonight, and look for us taking you squatching in the near future. But like I said, we're going to be on Wednesday nights now. Make sure to set your calendars and
like, subscribe, share this out.
Oh yes,
the YouTube
do all that stuff.
Universe. And just remember, this is all part of our job, which is
I'm getting there. There we go.
Our job is to investigate the unexplained,
not to explain the uninvestigated.
So until next week, please, I forgot what I'm supposed to say here. You keep watching,
and we'll keep squatching and go out and find Bigfoot. Thanks, guys, for watching. I got to find.
Bye.
Bye.